Welcome to BAF Draft. This is episode 9, and I am your host, Gary Wilkinson, and with me, as always, is and we have a special guest today, Mr. Zach Ballard.
How's it going?
So let's give everybody give Zach a hand. Yay!
No, not clapping.
Let's be clear. We had an awesome intro recording thing, and then we had
I had my loop
attack.
on. I had my loop on, and it got to the part and stopped and went back over and started recording.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah, sorry, man. That's what
Ruined it
happens.
all.
Okay, so we got pack one, pick one. So let me tell you how this works, Mr. Zach. We're going to open the pack up. We're not going to look at the rare right away, which that's what I do. I know you guys don't normally do that.
A pack of what? Are we opening?
Oh, yeah. We're opening up a pack of Oath of Gatewatch. So this is our first time opening this up for pack one, pick one. We've drafted it 3 times now.
Yep.
So we're pretty familiar with it now. So
Matt's amazing at drafting, by the way.
And let's just be clear. It's Oath of the Gatewatch.
Oh, Oath of the Gatewatch.
I know, how crazy is that?
Grammar.
So we're gonna open it up, and what we do, Zach, is we look at the first cards, which is the commons, and obviously the first one we see is gonna be our first pick right then and there, and then as we go through the pack, whatever beats that we add to the stack.
Pretty much.
So
Okay.
okay,
So,
And we don't go through every single card, only the interesting cards, or something we want to talk about.
well, this is a new. Look at that. That's too funny. We opened up fat packs last week. Remember?
Yep.
yeah.
And
it's
that
the
was
same
the
card.
same card that was on
Yeah.
the Negate. And he remembers.
Yeah. I listened to it last night.
That tells you how much I pay attention to the old podcast.
So negate counter target non-creature spell, blue and 1. Okay, so that's our first pick for now. Okay, next one is a sorcery. Spark Major's Gambit deals 1 damage to up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures can't block this turn. What do you think of the card, Matt?
I had it in my deck yesterday, and it was terrible.
I saw other people using it, and I
Yeah.
saw it with not very good effect.
It didn't do anything I wanted it to do. My deck was also bad, but it didn't do anything I wanted it to do, even though it cost two mana. It didn't kill anything, and didn't make anything that I cared about stopping. It's miserable.
Yeah, and it's a sorcery speed.
And it's
so.
sorcery speed.
Let's not even talk about sorcery.
So we're gonna throw that thing face down at garbage. Ooh, I like this card. Shoulder to shoulder. 1 white, 2 colorless.
Yeah.
It's a sorcery. Support 2, draw a card. So basically you can put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 different creatures and draw a card. I think that's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
I saw people
for the
use it
price?
with
Yeah,
great
come on.
effect. So right now that'll be our pack one, pick one.
Well, it's still not a pack one pick one.
You
Okay.
think negate's better?
No. What that card is? That's a card that wants to be put into a deck. You don't want to build a deck around that card. You don't first pick shoulder to shoulder and go, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this into. I'm going to build a shoulder to shoulder deck.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of creatures, and then you put the shoulder to shoulder into that deck.
Yeah.
So,
But as of now,
no, I don't think right now we have anything.
okay. I'm just saying if I okay, gotcha.
Yeah, right now we have nothing.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Okay, next one is Kozilek's Translator. 1 black, 4 colorless. It's an Eldrazi drone. It's a 3/5. It has Devoid. You can pay 1 life and add a colorless mana to your mana pool. You can only do that once per turn, though.
But remember, it's once per every turn. So
You can do it on an opponent's
and
turn.
You can do it on your opponent's turn.
So that's a decent card.
Yeah.
So we'll say that's 1 right now. What do you think?
It's in between for me.
In between?
It really
No,
is.
for me, okay. So that is a card I want to build around, right? So I will first pick that card if worst comes to worst. I'll first pick that card because then I can build the colorless strategy around that card.
Okay.
Okay, if we're building the thing around just the cards we've looked at, then yes.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to say earlier, and you were arguing.
No. Shoulder to shoulder is not a card that you build around. Shoulder to shoulder is a card that you put
It's
into
a
a deck.
support card.
It has the word support on it, but it's a card that you put into a deck. This you make a deck and then put cards around it.
That sounds very supportive to me too, though.
I like
You're
this
building
one.
Mana.
Saddleback Lagic. 1 green, 3 colorless. It's a 3/1 lizard. When it enters the battlefield, support 2. I mean, doesn't have a good defense. It is a 3, but that support 2 is cool. If you were already running support, that'd be a great thing to add.
I think it's just a solid card. Again, it's a card I want. It's a card I want if I already have a deck to support it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to build a deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Next one, Corpse Churn. Instant. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature from your graveyard to your hand.
That's very situational.
Just a 2 mana instant. That thing's way better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
you used it with a
I
with great effect.
used it. I wanted one. I had one in my deck. 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and it was phenomenal.
Were you the one that did the loop?
Yeah,
it was
and
horrible.
that's how I started that loop.
It was horrible.
Yep.
I got caught in it, and I died quickly.
Oh, that's right, because you were using that in combo with a card. You already had a card in your graveyard that you wanted to pull out. You just use that to be able to get that ability.
Yeah, because that only says that you put 3 cards into your graveyard. You don't have to pick one of those 3 cards. It can be anything in your graveyard.
Gotcha. Okay, here we got our first flying guy. 2 white, 3 colorless. Expedition Raptor flying. When he enters the battlefield, support 2. He's a 2/2. All this is great on the bottom. That mana cost is expensive for that.
Well, imagine it a Saddleback Yak,
Yeah,
but it has flying.
gotcha.
Again, that's a card I want if I'm already playing a creature
Yeah.
in my deck.
Gotcha. Reality Hemorrhage. This is an instant. 1 red, 1 colorless, devoid. It does 2 damage to target creature or player. This is pretty solid.
I like it. I use
It's
it.
not 1 red, 1 colorless. It's 1 and
1
a
red and 1 of any color.
1 red, 1 and a red.
1 and a red. Okay,
1 and a
that's
red.
what we're gonna say. When we say number, it's already given that it's not a colorless. Okay, I like that.
That's the pick. Right?
I wish I'd have had that last night.
Yeah.
And my red guy would
Yeah.
go mono red. It would have been a lot better.
My red black deck that I ran.
That's
Yeah.
a card
That's what
where
I
you
did.
first pick that and then you build a strategy around that card.
Yeah. Okay, next one. This is Crumbling Vestige. Vestige. It enters. It's a land. It enters a battlefield tapped, and when it does enter, though, you can add 1 mana of any mana to your mana pool, and it gives you colorless normally. So if you're looking for a mana fixer, that's a good mana fixer, and it gives you that colorless you would need. I like it, but you're definitely not gonna first pick it.
No.
It saved my opponent several times, though. I will say that.
Gravity Negator. This is another flying. It's blue, 3 colorless, devoid. When he attacks, you may pay a colorless. If you do, another creature you control gains flying until the end of the turn, and he's a 2/3. I think it's a good card. If you're running that setup, I mean, I don't know if I'd first pick it.
Well, so here's the question: would you pay 4 mana for a 2/3 flying devoid creature? If it had no other lines of text, would you
No,
pay?
absolutely not.
I would.
Would you? 4
I
for a 2? I would for a
It's flying.
3/2.
It's flying.
For a 3/2, I would. If that was flipped the other way.
Well, I mean, we can't live in this
Oh.
world.
And in this set,
I had-
Devoid is huge.
Yeah, I drafted 3 of those last night.
I don't think it's better than the what's the other
The
thing
burn
like that?
spell.
The hemorrhage, but it's definitely up there.
Gotcha. So that'd be like a...
I'd want that to wheel. If I took the hemorrhage first pick, I'd want that to wheel.
Okay. Embodiment of Insight. 1 green, 4 colorless. It's an elemental. It has vigilance. All your land creatures you control have vigilance. It has landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target land become a 3/3 elemental with haste until the end of turn. It's still land, and this is a 4/4. I wouldn't pick this. The last deck I played had a couple of these and the red version of it, and it just didn't do very well. It was hard to get the momentum going, and I don't know, unless you've really got some solid stuff to work around to get that. I don't know, unless you pulled some other elemental stuff.
Like, I have a problem with land creatures.
Yeah.
Period. Because you are risking them being able to easily destroy your land and destroy your game.
But it's a
If you can protect
3/3,
it.
so that's not easy for them to destroy, and it's
Yeah.
only until end of turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of removal in that black, though.
There is.
What I like about it, though, is that your land creatures do have vigilance, so that a guy comes in, you swing, and then if it doesn't die, you can still tap it to cast something else.
Well, so let's rephrase the card a little bit. Would you pay 4 and a green for a vigilant 4/4?
That's a fair point. Yes.
Yeah, I
would.
probably would.
Yes, I would.
I think so too, especially in this format where it's so grindy.
Yeah.
I think that, late game, especially when you're at the 4 mana, 5 mana point, 6 mana on up.
Yeah.
like, you don't need that land, and that land can just get in for 3 points
That's
extra
true.
damage.
That's a
if it
fair
dies,
point.
it
That's a very
dies.
fair point.
I personally have moved that up a little bit in my estimate of
Yeah.
what I want in a deck, yeah. And I want a 4/4 body that's just because that enters the battlefield, it's just scary.
Now this
Your
is
opponent
this is an uncommon, by the way, too. We're getting into our uncommon, so
Yeah.
just I'm still gonna pick that. I like that.
and by that you mean
The reality hemorrhage.
okay.
So I like those. I don't know. I like those ping damage. Those damage cards, especially at instant speed. So
You swayed me with the land creature on this one, though. I think I'd actually go with that one.
I am not. I think I want to try it. I did a test deck, if you will, last
Yeah.
draft, and I hated it. So I probably would try this just to see how it works out. We're still early in the format, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna take the.
You're gonna pick this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Embodiment of Insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the embodiment of Insight.
Okay, so next one we got, this is our first 2-color, I think. This is Relentless Hunter. I went up against a couple of these too, which they're actually, I like this card. So it's 1 green, 1 red, and 1. And it's a 3/3, so right there, I think you're doing pretty good with that. What I like is his ability. It is expensive, but it's for the same cost as what you would to cast it. You can give it +1/+1, and it gains trample till the end of turn. You can keep doing that multiple times. It worked really. This was a hard card for me to deal with when I was playing one of my opponents, especially like mid game.
So for people trying to listen again, the converted mana cost is 1 and a red green.
Yeah.
Its activated ability is 1 and a red green for a 3/3 body.
But it's 2 color for first pick. I mean, you're committing to those 2 colors off the rip.
Without
seeing anything else.
I don't want to first pick that.
Yeah.
Not over the Insight or even over the other, the Hemorrhage.
I wouldn't either, but I think people in our group would.
Yeah.
And I think
And it
that's
would
one
not
of
come back around.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That'd definitely be like somebody's second or third pick, or
Well, here's
or
the
even
catch.
later.
If you did see it come back around, that tells you basically that red
nobody
green's
else.
open.
Yeah, and then they definitely probably.
And then
grab
go
that.
deep into that.
Okay, so here's Void Shatter. 1 and blue.
1 blue.
It's instant devoid counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. I don't know if I'd first pick that. That's not, to me, that's not. I don't like committing to. Okay, well, first, that's definitely not first pick for me. I still think it's a good card because the exile part of it, if you're later on in the picks and you have that mechanic where you're unexiling stuff to do
Processing?
things. Yeah, processing is great.
The problem is that you don't have processors and then pick the Void Shatter to power the processors.
Yeah.
You have to already have the Void Shatters
That's-
to then have processors later on.
So you're saying you would do this first to do the process?
Well, you have to because this is an oath and then processors are all
That's
in
true.
battle.
That's true.
Zendikar.
That's true.
So you don't even know if you're going to be doing processing.
I still like counter spells, but I like to hold on to them until way late.
So-
when something big's coming out. I mean, that's a straight up counter spell. There's no condition to it otherwise.
Well, what makes counter spells good is if you have something else to do. So let's say it's turn 6 and you go to cast a 4/4. I can counter that, right? But let's say it's turn 6 and you just activate an ability. Well, if all I have is a counter spell in my hand, then it's just terrible because basically I pass the turn with mana up. Now if I have mana sync, so let's say I had the 4 cost draw 2 cards and that's really good to have both those in my hand. So if you play something I care about, I can counter it. If not, I just draw 2 cards.
Gotcha.
Gives me something to do with my mana.
So for sure not first pick on this, and you're not fond of this card, period? Or?
Well, for sure not first pick, and I don't know if this format has enough mana dumps to just drain.
Gotcha.
What's your
Yeah,
experience been?
I don't like counter in this set at all.
Okay.
Like, I don't enjoy it.
Okay, you ready for the rare?
Let's see it.
Oh crap! This card again. And I've seen so many of these go around.
Yeah.
And I played it and it doesn't work. We saw a foil and a non-foil.
Let's say what the card is.
Okay,
so that then the listener can also laugh with us.
Zendikar Resurgent. That's the enchantment. It's 5 and a green. Oh, I'm getting it down.
There you are. You got it.
Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 to your mana pool of any type that land produced. And whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Awesome commander card.
I can't wait to play that. I Puka traded for one of those.
Oh, yeah, man, I had like...
I Puka traded for one of those because I wanted it really early
I got
on.
like 2 of them, I think. Now,
Yeah,
so.
foil.
Well, I didn't have those at the time. I wanted to Puka trade for it.
So, I tried this, and this just... By the time you get it out, man, the game's already over anyways.
And limited, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just absolutely... That's just out the window for me.
Right.
Not even close. Oh, and a forest.
Full art forest.
So, you guys are picking embodiment, and I'm just Old Faithful because I played red last time. I was really happy with it, and I think I'm sticking with that Reality Hemorrhage.
I believe the proper first pick is probably Reality Hemorrhage.
Yeah.
I want to see the embodiment.
Just experiment, trying to check stuff out. Cool. So that's our pack 1, pick 1. Hey, do you want me to open up these other 2 and see if there's an expedition?
Yeah.
Zach,
You're
all right.
chomping at the bit over here. aren't you?
Hey, this is a special.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pack 1, pick 1.
Oh, special pack 1, pick 1?
Special.
Do we got to go through it?
Yeah. Let's go.
Searing Light, instant. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature with power 2 or less. I like that card.
Yeah, it's a great card.
That card's hard to play around. It's very hard to play around.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, look at that.
negate. Maw of Kozilek. I love this card. I wouldn't probably first pick that, but I played that last night. It worked out really great.
It's fun to pump.
Yeah. And you can pump it twice.
Yeah,
before it dies.
you could even pump it more times than that if you
Well,
really
you
wanted.
No,
just,
you get
it would die
negative.
after that.
Yeah, you get
Well,
the negative.
I'm just saying you could pump it 30 times if you had.
You could, not wear a seatbelt and
Not-
run into the wall too.
But here's the catch, right? For those two cards that we have, the Searing Light and the Maw of Kozilek.
Yeah.
Right? So if you think your opponent has the Searing Light, in your first main phase, you're going to want to pump it one time to make it a 4/3.
Yeah.
Then you go to combat and
Yeah.
you turn him sideways and swing. So now he's an attacker with 4 power, doesn't get Searing Light. Your opponent can't Searing Light it. They never have an opportunity to, because when it's attacking, it's 4 power. But if you do the other way, if you turn it sideways as a 3/5
Yeah.
or 2/5, then they
Yeah.
can Searing Light it, and you
Gotcha.
can't pump in response.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm still picking with the Searing Light. What about you?
No, definitely not first pick. No, the
Well, I mean, as of
Maul's-
now,
no,
as
the
of
Maul's
now.
first pick.
Huh?
If
If you were doing this, you'd pick that as first pick?
oh yeah,
Okay, here's a just straight up worm. 4, green, 6/5.
No.
no.
Nothing in double colors.
This is that same Kozilek's translator. The 3/5 devoid, cost 5 converted.
That's my pick right there.
This is your pick.
Yeah, because that generates the colorless mana.
Oh, here's a lead by example. Just 2 cost instant, 1 green, support 2. Like later on, if that was a pick, that'd be great,
I've never seen anyone play this yet.
No?
I've never seen anybody really do successful with
I'm
green.
afraid of that card, but I've never
This
seen
card I like. Boulder Salvo.
That's a good one.
It's 4 and a red, and it does 4 damage to target creature, but it has Surge for 1 and a red.
That card's phenomenal.
I'm picking that
That's
first pick, yeah.
that card's phenomenal.
Ooh, a waste.
Yay.
I saw a foil there. Sweep away. Return.
Spoiler alert.
Return target creature to its owner's hand. If that creature's attacking, you may put it on top of his library. If you're running this, I've played this before, you better have a very good control element all the way around. This is probably not a first pick for me. Later on, if I had the other control elements, that works really well. But just by itself, sometimes it's just slowing down the inevitable. So
But I want that, and I want that Void Snare in my hand on turn 3. My opponent's attacking me.
Gotcha.
And then I can either be like, I'll take 2 or 3 points of damage, or I'll counter your 3-drop.
Gotcha. Yeah. Here we go. This is black-blue. This is the Submerged Boneyard. Black-blue land. Comes in tapped. Mana Fixer later. That's definitely not first pick. So.
It's cool art, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like whales in the ground. And
Now,
stuff.
I'm curious what you think of this card, because I tried this one time, but I think the activated ability costs too much. This is Prophet of Distortion, 1 blue. It's a 1/2 for 1. It's devoid. Now, its ability is, for 3 and a colorless, you can draw a card.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just unlimited.
Remember that, once again, I'm going to go back to Void's Shatter.
Yeah.
Shatter? Snare? Whatever it's called?
Snare.
Void Snare, right? So if I have that on the battlefield and I have a Void Snare in my hand, my opponent goes to cast something, I can counter it. If they don't, I draw a card. That seems phenomenal to me.
Gotcha. So would that be
That's the mana sink.
But I'm still going with that boulder one.
Oh yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that if you have those in your deck, you can
Yeah.
then take counter spells.
Gotcha.
But you need those to make the counter spells good, not the other
Gotcha.
way around.
Okay, Weapons Trainer, 1 red, 1 white. It's a 3/2 for 2. That's good. Other creatures you control get +1, +0 as long as they control equipment. So really, that's rarely going to be in effect.
What? Have you seen Bone Song?
I have, but I mean, that's
actually
tempting
pretty common,
to
too.
that's tempting to grab. Well, no, I saw that. That's never going to come back around
Mm-hmm.
if you don't pick that.
I mean, it might. The number of people who are properly playing white and red,
Uh-huh.
there should only be 1 or 2 drafters who are
Gotcha.
playing. Because that's a very aggressive card and wants to be in an aggressive shell. But no, it's not going to come back around with the boulder thing.
But I'm still picking a boulder.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 colors and you are dedicating too much.
Oh, the card I just ordered on Poker Trade last night. Yeah. Oath of Jace. When it enters the battlefield, it's a legendary enchantment, 2 in blue. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry X, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. I think it's complete garbage.
Well,
In our setup.
so
Anything with these kind of cards, like any of those ones, are garbage.
No, I like the Nisa. The Nisa's good.
no. Okay, so that's where I disagree with you, right?
I don't like any of them.
Here's the question: would you pay 3 mana for the ability to draw 3 cards, discard 2?
No.
hold on. Let me present you to the scenario, right? You gotta present the scenario.
Set it up, bro.
Scenario.
Set it
Here's
up.
the scenario, right?
Uh-huh.
It's turn 7. You've drawn 2 lands for the past 2 turns, but it's all grindy, right? You've got, you've got some walls, they've got some walls. Nothing's really happening, right? But you've drawn 2 lands. You haven't been playing your land because you're smart and you know you have this in your deck, right? You draw the card. You spend 3 mana. You draw 3 more cards, and you dump those 2 extra land that you have.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm just not
Whoa,
into
the
that.
advantage is ridiculous.
That's that type of control I don't like, and maybe it's just because I'm not seeing the advantage of it or experiencing the advantage of it.
How
I
many
just don't care
board
for
stalls
it.
have you seen where it's just turn after turn of draw top deck, top deck, top deck?
Yeah.
That turns your top deck action into actual action. And if you're smart enough to save 1 or 2 lands in your hand, and you have just nothing, just garbage lands to drop down, yeah.
But it's definitely not.
So
a
y'all
first
know
pick.
that's what Ryan does.
It's not
He will
first
hold
pick.
land.
It's not a first pick though.
Ryan. Who's Ryan?
Ryan,
Yeah.
he played Commander
Commander.
last night and left early.
Who the heck is Ryan?
He
Who's
played.
this Ryan
He
person?
played last night and
Well,
left
why
early.
isn't he here? Why are
He
we
has the
talking about
red.
people who aren't even here yet?
Okay, this is another one. This is my foil. Common. 1 red, 2 colorless. Tap. Colorless red. It's the one where you tap a untapped ally you control, discard a card. If you do draw a card, it's a 3/2. I mean, I work straight in a blue-red deck. But, yeah, I'm definitely going. I mean, would we all agree that that's pack 1, pick 1? Or?
Boulder Savo?
Yeah. Okay, now the next one is just going to be a cheap open. And I'm just
I
gonna
think
go right to
we
the
should
rare.
just do a flip and rip.
No.
On
Flip and rip.
live flip it and rip it.
Let me see if there's a.
No,
Looking
go
for
ahead,
the
just
glove.
open the pack because I know it's gonna kill you if it's something good.
Ooh, foil Goblin Dark Dwellers.
Wow.
Oh, damn! I got 3 of those now.
Good
That's a
thing we didn't rip
Kalitas.
it. Good thing we didn't rip it.
That would have been a bad flip and rip attack right there.
Would've been a
So
great one.
Colitas, which is now the most expensive card.
No,
out
but
of
here's the
Oath.
question though, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's say you seriously open that pack. What are you taking, the Kalitas or the Goblin Dark?
Hang on,
Dwellers?
you're asking me that?
Yeah.
Oh, who's there? Serene Lion
he's
in
not
there.
asking you.
Hang on. I'm looking at this
No,
other
there's
stuff.
no. You realize there's literally no commons or uncommons that are better than those 2.
Okay, gotcha. When he enters the battlefield, you may cast in 3 or less without paying its cost. If it's a 4/4 for 5. That's controls would die. I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by this you
Oh,
mean-
with Kalitas. Yeah, we're all like yes. That's our point at it. Kalitas, because regardless, I mean, I can dedicate myself to that. I don't know how many good converted mana cost 3 or less, instant sorceries I'm gonna have if I get any good ones. Or now if I'm gonna get suckered into building everything strictly around that. This is just straight up good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're definitely right. Kalitas. Well, they say Kalitas is the 4th best. Some people are saying it's the 4th best rare.
Right
Fourth
now-
best card in the whole thing.
Yeah, right now, as far as it's gone up, and people are wanting it, and that's driving the value up as people are grabbing it. I'm just telling you what I've
Nobody,
observed.
we're talking about pack 1, pick 1. We're not talking about Puka trade value.
Oh,
That's the next one. Come on.
okay. So obviously, I haven't got my fat pack in, or we'd open it up and you'd be seeing something better than that.
How long are we waiting now?
It got shipped on the 29th,
Okay.
so any day now.
Well, so today's the 7th that we're recording this.
yeah,
So it's been what, almost a week and a half?
7, 8, 9 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
usually about
It
10
should
days.
be in. Yeah, it depends on where it's
10 to
coming
11.
from. I ordered it off Amazon, so I don't know where it's shipping from. So when that comes in, we'll just see if I can have the patience to open it up on. If it just gets delayed till next Sunday, we're good. I know we're good till Saturday. So I'm hoping that comes in, and I'm hoping that trend of expeditions still happens.
Well, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. It's up in the air. I mean,
I've got one
I think
coming
you
in,
just
too.
used. I think you just used your whole luck on that one pack. that
Oh my
last
god!
pack.
Hey, I'm happy with that, man.
The
That
pack
was a
almost
sick
was-
pack.
That pack that almost was a flip it and rip.
That was
pack.
pretty much.
It should have been a flip it, rip it pack.
I'm
It would've
pretty
been
great. This is an up and coming card in popularity, and people are. It's like I was looking at reading an article on Puka Trade. And they were
Oh,
talking
Puka Trade,
about-
yeah?
Yeah, I was reading an article on it, and they were talking about the cards out of the new set that were going to be being used, and people were dabbling with a modern, or just going to be like, watch out for these cards. That was one of them. That and this one, these two were on there, and the Storm Chase Mage.
Okay.
So, but that's a foil version of that. I mean, I don't know what it's worth normally, but
No, it's probably pretty nice.
yeah, I just know Puka's gonna tell me tonight. So, so
What we need is we need to have Wi-Fi in here so we actually look some of this stuff up.
I don't know if
I
they
have
pick
Wi-Fi.
up well in here.
This guy has Wi-Fi apparently.
Oh, does he? Okay, let's look it up and see. In the meantime, Matt, while he's looking that up, me and you had a discussion. You were mentioning something that you haven't noticed people doing in our games, in our tournaments.
Yeah, and it's a rule that I know people know about, but I'm not sure people really execute it that much. It's the famous double block, right? It's so if I attack you with a 4/4 creature, and you have a 2/2 and a 2/3, and you choose to double block with those two creatures, then your combined 4 power is going to kill my creature with 4 toughness, and with having a total of 5 toughness, I can only kill one of your 2 creatures.
Correct.
But the problem is, and I think too many people are afraid of these blowout cards. Something where if I pump up the power of my creature or make it somehow survive, then it's a blowout. It's a 2-for-1 for me. But I don't think people think through that much. Too many times I'll see somebody attack with their 4/4 and I'll double block and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you?"
Yeah, and it was funny because me and Zach were talking about this before I picked you up.
There was a time before I was here hanging out with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, we were
What?
hanging out. Yeah, man.
We had to set up the equipment.
Betrayed.
So we were talking about that because I said he's going to mention that, and I said because I paid more attention because I don't always think that way. I'll do it. It's not that uncommon for me to do it, but then I was intentionally thinking, hey, let me really focus on this more, and he did the same, and it really helped out a lot. So just it's something you don't. I guess you get.
It confused my opponent. They're like, "What?
Yeah, because people aren't expecting it, but those are the same people who aren't doing it.
They both
Right,
die?"
right.
Like, no, they don't both die. You
But then,
pick
okay,
one.
so here's my question, and I'll pose this to both of you. Do you make a 4/4 attack assuming that your opponent is not going to double block, or do you assume that they do double block, or do you play to their ignorance when you play the game? Like, where does that
I
lie for you?
don't. After this podcast, I will be more careful when I attack with my 4/4. Beforehand, I know people don't double block. I know like this guy doesn't think to double block, so I know he's going to think singly. So yes, I do take advantage of a person's habit of not doing that.
Now, how about a couple turns down the line? So let's say I have the what's that 2/3 creature where if you control 6 or more land, it and all your land creatures get +2/+2. It's like Sylvan Avenger or something like that.
I don't know.
There's a 2-cost 2/3. All right. Now, if I had a 4/4 and I attack, and you have the 2/2 and that
Yeah.
2/3, that could eventually become a 4/5 4/5. So I would make the attack, hoping that you would try to double block.
Yeah, exactly.
That way I can kill that.
You can
thing.
kill the one, get
Yeah.
the biggest threat out of the way. It's
But-
worth it then.
But so here's the question for you: do you look at the rarity when you choose to block and not block, or do you just treat it as though it's a card?
The rarity.
Like,
Yeah.
do you look at the card?
card.
Do you look at the card that you're playing and say, "Hey, this thing's a rare, and you're attacking me with an uncommon"? So I'm
No,
going to
I don't
not
think that.
block.
I don't think that way at all.
Okay. Well,
Stats speak everything.
right, but some people I think treat their rares and mythic rares as though for some reason it needs to be protected above and beyond.
And
what
they
common
might
market
think
is.
and they might
Especially planeswalkers.
Yeah, and they might think that way because I only know I got one of these. And this other guy I could probably pull another one of him. Is the only one I got in this deck I made. I can see people in that, but it's just a bad mindset. I'd rather do the trade-offs. I love trading off
Those are
until
good
hopefully you get the upper hand. So
Right, and then you have to always remember
Those are
that
the good games that end up doing
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
the ones that they wipe your whole board and you're just sitting there with no cards in your hand. And you're like, okay.
and then you're gonna wish you had an Oath to Jace.
Ah, full circle. Well played.
hey, did you find a price on those things?
No, the Wi-Fi went out.
So guys, start thinking about double blocking more.
Think about double blocking. Think about attacking into a possible double block.
Yeah.
And then also, are you willing to make that trade? Like, let's say I have a 2/1 and a 1/2.
Yeah.
And would I double block a 3/3? There's still something in that. He's gonna pick up my drink and move it all around.
I was like a habit. Like
Shout out to Ribbit, energy fuel.
so, another thing I'm noticing with some of the less experienced players or people who haven't played in a while, they're not being very aggressive when they're attacking, especially when they got a huge board state.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last round, and I'll call him out, it was Joe. Joe could have stopped me if he just kept attacking, and he didn't. So I just had complete control when he was blocking, and I just kind of managed it. And he should have beat me.
Well, I think
He was being careful. He didn't know what you
Yeah.
had in your hand.
No, I think he wasn't down enough at that point, like because we had kind of a locked board, and I think he just got real aggressive with me, for sure. I mean, we would have swapped for swap, but he would have came out in the end because he had stuff with better abilities,
Well, and I think too many people are afraid that if I attack you with my 3 2/2s and you can block with your 3/3. They're like, oh well, then I'm gonna lose at one of my 2/2s. But they're not even calculating the fact they're getting in for 4 points of damage.
Yeah, exactly, and that's another thing. Yeah,
And that 4 points of damage could be huge.
and then it makes an effect later on how you're gonna block because now I'm down. He's got me down. If you grinded me down a little bit, now I have to be careful about attacking or blocking. And it really affects the late game. So
It also has to do with the composition of your deck.
yeah,
Depending on how your deck, if your deck is built in such a way that you have late game burn spells,
Yeah.
maybe getting that 4 points of damage is really worth it because then later on I can just I'll be able to hit you for 2 or 3 points of direct damage to your face.
yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the itinerary. And I'm like, how am I going to transition? That just made it awkward.
What? No, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do you think about that, Zach?
I know that I got hit for 28 damage.
well, let's talk about last night.
at one turn.
Last night we had 8 people show up, so we had a legit full.
We had a real
8
pod.
cube, a real pod. Yeah, pod. Is that what they call it? Pods.
Yep.
Okay, so we had a full legit pod. We had a couple of or 2 new guys, and some of these guys coming in are more experienced.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Like the one guy owned a store, didn't he, or something like that?
yeah, he's the guy to go first, right? Yeah, I played him first round. He put a beating on me. I think we went 3 games, but he just put a beating on me. He pulled that whole Desolation Twin top deck swing at you for 20 points.
You got Deceiver of Forms into
That's
Desolation
what it,
Twin
yeah,
revealed on
yeah.
top
Oh,
with a bunch of Eldrazi signs.
rough, man. That was rough.
And then he also had the sower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was just like, let me just hit you really hard.
with ramp to get those cards out too.
And then I played Matt second round.
Mm-hmm.
And we grinded it out pretty well. We both were a mirror match pretty much. I think you were running more blue than red, and I was running red more than blue.
Well, I was trying to see how my second pick card was Pyromancer's Assault. All right, so yeah, I second picked the Pyromancer's Assault. It wasn't even the best card in the pack, but I wanted to see how good or bad it was.
Okay.
It was not very good. And even in matchups where it would have been phenomenal, and my opponent had a bunch of X2s, still even then the X2s that he had were just so much the colostomy healer or whatever that thing is called.
Colostomy bag?
Yeah, that thing is just so much more value than I was getting from the Pyromancer's Assault. I had a bunch of really cheap cards with Surge, and it just did not work out very well. I had I think my highest mana costing card was a 4 cost. What was the Pyromancer's Assault? Calculating everything else as being a Surge, but the Surge just was not.
And you weren't happy with the mage guy, obviously.
It was red blue, and I splashed white, trying to splash white for the Reflecting Mage, and every time I had white mana, didn't have the Reflecting Mage. Had the Reflecting Mage, didn't have the white mana, and it was I had that, and I had
well, the Storm Chase Mage is the ones I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, the Storm Chase Mage.
Yeah.
He's good.
So, it didn't do a lot. It was a 2 mana, the 1/3 with prowess, flying and haste. So yeah, it hit for 1 on the first turn you cast it. Then maybe 2. Well, and then it's crickets. It's like then maybe 2. But then when they're just playing, they can play a 5 or a 4-drop 3/3. Well, then it just can't attack anymore. It just sits there looking like an idiot.
Well, the one good thing about that card, you know what my favorite thing about that card is? It's worth 200 Puka points.
Oh my!
It's a constructed card. It's not a limited card.
Well, so, now here is the funny part about it, right? So it came around.
Correct. Sorry, his comment about it being
That's what it
for
is.
constructed, that's like huge right now.
Yeah, it is. It was the missing element in prowess.
Yeah.
It needed flying, and there it was.
Yeah, and with the evasion.
You got that new one too that has prowess too, the blue one that's flying as well.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of doing a red-blue constructed since I already got all the reds to go with it.
Well, there you go. But okay, but the mage was in my pack one. It was pack one, right? I didn't take it.
Mhm.
I shipped it. Right, went all the way around the table, came back to me,
Ah.
and this is pack one, and here it is. So I grabbed it, and basically, okay, so red blue is open. Nobody at the table is playing red blue,
Except
obviously,
for
except for the guy who doesn't draft the red blue card.
I was going straight up red. I was mono
Yeah.
red at first. That's why.
And he sideboarded into blue.
Right. But that's what gives you signals, and that's what tells you. So if you open your pack and you see a really cool multicolored spell, and it goes around, and you see it come back, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, well this color pairing is, maybe it's not, I'm the only person at the table, but it's definitely open.
Gotcha.
So, all those listeners out there, that's how you confuse Matt. Just let the multicolor go.
Yeah, basically.
There we go.
if you want to confuse me, pass me really good cards so I go into those colors. And then let me keep getting cards from those colors. That's a really good way to confuse me.
Now, Zach, what did you play last night?
It's a good question. I don't remember.
You don't remember what you drafted last
It
night?
was red black.
Red black.
Yeah.
That's right, because I passed you like some.
You passed me
I passed you some
pretty
good
nice
stuff.
ones. Yeah.
So.
How did it work out for you?
I ended up going 5th, so.
Yeah, I mean that's one worse than I got. I got 4th.
Well, you
Yeah, I got better than you did, and you. I'm just saying.
Were you
I'm not bragging. I'm a pretty humble guy. I'm probably the most humble guy in the world. But I will tell you this.
right next to Donald Trump.
Yeah, right next to Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's probably you then Donald Trump on the
Yeah.
humble scale.
Yeah.
His book and then the Bible.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So no, but what did you go red black devoid? Did you go red black value aggro or?
It was supposed to be aggro.
Okay.
Supposed to be aggro.
Supposed to be aggro.
As soon as they clear your board and you can't do anything, you're no longer aggro. You're just a duck. Getting shot at for 28 in the face. I'm never going to forget that.
Oh,
You got hit
man.
for 28 in the face.
28
Yeah,
in
the
the
same
face.
thing that happened to me happened to him worse.
Oh, but
I'm
it was
gonna
so
guess
much
that was
worse.
deceiver of forms and.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had what was it, the twins?
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Everybody became a 10-10.
nice.
What is that? I don't know. I don't remember his name.
Who the
He came-
desolation?
Desolation twins?
No, the guy that did that. He came with Joe. So, can't remember his name. We'll see him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hopefully.
he'll come again.
Yeah.
He was saying that he was excited.
Cool. Awesome.
So
So,
I am excited to get these players to come out and play some cube.
yes, I'm curious to see how this is going to go.
Oh my word!
Yeah, I got to take advantage of these lack of knowledge on some of these older cards.
What? No.
That's why they're not
I
coming.
think- well,
I'm there.
I rarely ever win the cube thing, so.
Well, I think you should watch out because some of the newer players,
I've
some
been
of the new
playing-
people when they see because remember that cube is more about the synergy and the deck that you're
That's
building
true.
around it.
That's
It's not
true.
just about taking the best card. It's about what's
Yeah.
the whole game plan.
I do the live the dream thing. That's what you got me doing now.
Oh yeah, you gotta live the dream.
I just pick these ridiculous things if you can get it to go off and a
Do
bunch
the
of
most degenerate thing you can. That's the rule of cube. Draft artifact mana and then do the most degenerate thing. you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Like, I'd be interested in a popper cube.
Well,
That I would
I'm putting one together.
that is too funny. That's ironic because I was just talking to Joe last night. He said you were putting them together for him. So.
Well, it's common and uncommon, but yeah, it's.
That's not popper then. Popper is straight common.
I don't have a bajillion and a half straight commons with me out here.
Yeah,
I gotta deal with what we have.
feel
because
like-
I was telling him today I was playing my red deck. I was like, I guess it's I'm thinking cheap deck, not significant. It's my popper deck or whatever. And he's
No.
like, dude, this ain't no popper deck, and it's got like half of it's all rares and stuff.
Yeah. Like, he's throwing out, like, freaking dragons that are destroying me, and no, that was not a
It
popper
was
deck at all.
I had 4 Thunderbreak regions, 4 Bell Ringers
And
or
you
Bell
called it a
Zingers
popper?
or I don't know.
He called it a popper.
Because when I bought it,
It was a
they
red
were
deck
really
ring.
expensive,
Red deck
and then
wins.
they went
That's what
down.
it
It's not that expensive a deck; it's a cheap deck. So, and it's a poor man's deck. How about that?
It's called
Red deck
kitchen
win is a
table-
poor man's deck, but it's
kitchen table
still.
magic. You were
Oh.
playing kitchen table magic.
Oh no, I wasn't playing. I was playing like turn 5 kill you magic.
No, that's still kitchen table magic.
That's a turn. That's if I tweak that and put the right cards in there, that's tournament ready, man.
I highly doubt that.
It's a standard.
I doubt it.
Okay, man.
You said Thunderbird region?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you were
Yeah.
starting talking to me about Thought Not Seer, all right, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
I like Thought Knot. He's neat.
Okay, so we're gonna do a special segment we have been doing lately. So are you ready for Geek of the Week? Yeah, so our Geek of the Week this week is Mr. Zach.
Geek of the Week.
Yes, Mr. Zach Ballard.
I like how you put the pause in there so you can put the little sound.
Yeah,
there.
every time we do this, everybody comments on it because I need to have a trigger where I hit it because everybody's like, "What's the like?" You react the same way every time.
Well, it's just
And you
weird.
should know what's coming.
You'd just be talking and then you just like stop talking and look at me and I'm like, oh wait, we have to fill dead space? Oh no, it's purposeful dead space.
So Zach is one of our new players with BAF Draft, which by the way, if I haven't mentioned already, BAF Draft is obviously a group of Magic the Gathering players in Bagram Air Field, and we even have a Facebook page if you'd like to join us. It's www.facebook.com/groups/BAFDraft.
Hope you wrote that down.
Yeah, do the alpha phonetic. What is it? Alpha phonetic alphabet or whatever. It's
Phonetic
called?
alphabet?
Yeah, do the phonetic. We want to do the whole thing.
The
Whiskey,
oh
whiskey,
my
dot,
gosh.
Foxtrot,
Brad,
alpha.
yeah,
Oh,
Bravo Alpha.
It's
Foxtrot.
too long. We got all
that.
Group/Bravo Alpha Foxtrot Diego Rafter Action Fancy Texting.
That's some code. Good luck with that one.
That's that Navy phonetic alphabet.
No, it's the it's Bravo Alpha Foxtrot. Okay, so
Hate you all.
Zach, we always like to if we get a new guest on, we like to interview them. So we're gonna make you Geek of the Week this week. So
I'm honored.
You've been getting some more people to play, kind of heading up the guys you work with, trying to get them motivated. So I think it's cool. It's making an
Let's
impact.
be clear. The real reason why he's on here is he's one of the few people that has actually listened to every single episode
Yeah.
of the podcast.
They're enjoyable.
And you've got to be the Geek of the Week to be doing that.
Right.
So so here we go. How long have you been playing Magic the Gathering?
Like actually actively playing, I came in right at Gate Crash.
Oh, okay. So
Pretty
you've
new.
been in, but still you've been doing it for a little while. Then it doesn't take. I mean, to me, like if you've been playing a year, that's just a pretty significant time to catch up on things.
Yeah.
So Gate Crash, that was a good ways back. And you said now when I really played, like, what's the first time you ever played it ever?
I mean, the first one, the ones that had the land cards that made one big panorama picture. Those are the first ones that I ever played.
What cards are you talking about?
It's like the Kamigawa or something like that.
Oh,
something
see, I
like
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really
it was
neat.
like-
And like the artwork is what brought me into it because I thought
Gotcha.
the land cards look amazing.
Saviors of Kamigawa.
No, it was Mirrodin. We looked it up.
Yeah,
it was
Mirrodin. It was
The
Mirrodin,
original Mirrodin?
Yeah,
Not
the
Mirrodin
original
Besiege?
Mirrodin.
Okay. That was around the
Had the
time
little
of
drakes.
Darksteel and all that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Darksteel.
Cool, cool.
There's these really cool river drakes and stuff.
So you were into collecting it,
Yes,
but you didn't really play
I was trying
it.
to recreate the artwork.
Oh, okay. Cool. And then what's your favorite format right now?
Oh, limited.
Yeah, hey.
Limited.
Hey,
is
yeah.
where
Come on,
it is.
man.
I mean, it's fun.
What experience do you have with modern or legacy or vintage? Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. What kind of question?
What
is
kind
that?
of money do I have to play those
Well,
formats?
I will give you. I will argue you that on modern. By the way, anybody who plays limited or standard can afford to play modern. The same money you spend over time, you easily have modern day.
Let's
Not a competitive one.
Yes.
Let's rephrase the question. What is your favorite form of limited? Do you like sealed? Do you like draft? Do you like cube?
Screw that seal crap. Go ahead.
Honestly, I like the sealed.
Oh,
I do.
6 packs cracked
I
out.
hate
Yep.
that, man. I hate.
I think it's great because
I'll do it if everybody else wants to, but I just feel so dirty.
it's great.
I can't stand it, man. It feels.
Wait, you were the guy who just opened a pack just to troll and open a pack, and yet sealed feels dirty. Where you open packs and then get to
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to do it every
I
once
like
in a
having
while,
all
but
the
don't make a
options.
lifestyle out of it, you know?
All right, with sealed, you have all the options in front of you. Like with draft, you are committing to a color, and if it goes wrong, you're
Well-
screwed.
Okay, I mean, that's cool. I know. Here's my feeling on that. I believe there is a way higher element of luck in sealed than there is in
Oh, I'll
draft.
give you that.
And I don't like that because I don't like the one guy who gets 2 planeswalkers and, some other awesome cards.
And he'll get third if he doesn't know how to play it.
Well,
Yeah,
true,
it's
but if
still
he
about how
does
you
know
build
how
the
to
deck.
play it, let's just say we're on the same. We already gone over this before. I ain't gonna have to ask this. Like 2 players of equal skill in a sealed, whoever gets the better packs, better cards is gonna do better. We're
Negative.
Okay.
Negative Ghost Rider.
You still have the
No, it's
random.
about-
Now keep in mind, I've won several sealed drafts.
But it's about reevaluation of cards because certain cards become more.
That is correct, but that's what I mean. Going in with the same skill set of building in that format. I'm just saying sometimes
you can't go in with the same skill set of building. You have to build with the mindset of sealed.
That's what I'm trying to say. If you go in and you both have the same experience and you're equally experienced at doing sealed, then the luck element has a bigger part in it.
What? No, because that could be like what happens in half your deck you see, and then the other half that has the planeswalkers you never see them. There's a luck element in that too.
Oh,
It's
man. You know what I'm. Yeah, I'm not even going to debate this.
I wish I could explain the facial expressions that are in this room right now. They're
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
So you like sealed of all of them?
Yeah.
Have you played the cube yet?
I have not played the cube
Oh,
yet.
once you play the cube, man,
I've played
you're gonna
Pauper
probably
cubes.
nix the other.
I love pauper cubes.
No,
I've
no.
done that before.
We're talking. We're
Once
talking the holiday power vintage cube. Vintage cube.
Once you play the vintage cube, you'll never want to go back.
Oh,
you're
man.
gonna want to sit there and be like, hey, can we just stay for another like draft? Can we stay for another like 3 drafts of it in a row?
It's intense.
It's insane. But the games are so fast too. Like the games don't go to time because people are just dead.
See,
No.
that doesn't sound like a good time.
What's your
Everyone's gonna be dead.
What's your favorite land cards? Like if you were playing basic lands and you could, out of all the lands that were ever made in Magic, pick your lands you were going to play
You're
with.
asking me by color.
No, not color. Artwork, the design.
Who's asking you which block of land?
Yeah, like would you
Oh,
do alphas, betas? Would you do the unhinged, unglued, the originals into card, these into card, the guru lands?
I actually really do like the original Zendikar lands.
Okay.
I think they're awesome, but I don't know. Like I think I like my lands that I make myself.
Oh,
to
you
be
make your
honest.
own land?
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care?
You care.
Oh, okay.
You asked me to trade you a whole bunch of different lands.
Let me be clear. I like playing white bordered lands just
Yes.
because of how jarring it is when I play them, and my opponent just hurts their
Do
eyes.
you like to get some revised?
I
which
like
are
to
really
rustle
cheap?
people's jimmies, so
Okay.
I want.
That's nice.
I want to play the white border stuff just to cause pain and anguish to my opponent.
I'm all about
mess
the
with
beta.
the mind.
I'm all about the beta lands. If I could have like 50 of each beta land, I'd be happy.
Like one of the little spirals and stuff in them.
No, man, the old just thick black border,
Yeah, he's just talking about the
the
basics.
the original
Yeah,
basic.
I think you know what I'm talking about. Then.
Oh, you're talking dual lands.
Yeah.
yeah,
With
yeah.
the spirals in the middle, they're really neat, and they mess with your head.
Well, it intimidates some younger players when you come in with alpha and beta cards and you're playing.
They don't
with
even
your land.
understand what they're looking at.
And they're like, oh my god. You're good just because I have lands. I give up
gotta
already. I give up before we even start. And if it only works one time, it worked. Okay, so right now, what's your favorite card?
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say.
What's your favorite card?
Right now,
Your current favorite card?
In all of Magic's history.
All of Magic's history, yeah.
all of
Because it'll change, because it's whatever you usually
Oh my
play in or
goodness.
whatever.
I mean, like right now, I love Ulamog. I think he's a
Okay.
good move.
Which
though,
Ulamog?
I will say
Yeah, which Ulamog?
the
The Destroyer?
no,
Is that his name?
The
or
Devourer of Worlds, pretty much.
Is that what it's called?
That's
it's
Emrakul, I thought.
no, it's like I was making a spoof off of Galactus.
Oh.
Because he acts like Galactus, but
I don't
it's
know
the
what you're
it's
talking
the
about.
It's the new one.
Marvel
It's the
comics.
newest-
But anyways,
Oh, I'm a DC man.
yeah, you're wrong.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
It's the Ceaseless Hunger.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ulamog.
That's the one that's 10 for 10. It costs 10, comes in 10. Or it's 11 for 10?
No, it's a
Or is it 10 for 10?
But like it exiles the top 20 cards. of your
Gotcha.
opponent.
That's the one from the last set.
Yeah, and they hate you in limited if you play that because it's like
The game's over.
Two
Yeah,
turns
oh,
and boom.
yeah.
One
you
turn
kidding me?
it's over. As soon as it turns
It's over.
sideways, the game's
But
over.
now, when you played that last time, how did that work with you against me?
Like you had an
Because you
answer.
had that and you had...
Did you active treachery it?
Gideon.
He had Gideon and that. No,
Yeah.
I just worked around it, but I just hurried it up before we got to it.
Oh, that's the thing. I want someone to play it, and then I'm gonna treachery it.
Well, I did have the ability to get rid of stuff out of his hand, and I was trying to do that, hopefully, and I missed it one time. But yeah, that was like the first time you drafted that.
Yeah, it was the first time.
Yeah.
It was the first time I drafted.
Because he had
you guys.
Gideon and Olamog in the same. He drafted both of those cards.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
We
sick,
talked
man.
about it too.
Ugh,
I thought we did.
I think we did.
The
But now we
unnamed
have the
person.
man in person.
Yeah, now I have
named-
three Gideons.
We called them unnamed at the time.
So we were talking about something else earlier, Matt, me and you, but I'm going to let you take the lead on this because I don't know what you're going to talk about on this particular subject, which is spoilers.
Spoilers.
Shadow
So
of the Moonstruck.
the question is that there was just this morning there was a pack of Shadow over Innistrad that was spoiled. Again, this was recording. It's February 7th. The spoiler drone is supposed to come out for another month.
Yeah, I know.
Month plus. Now the question is,
How good were those people at doing the fakes?
They weren't
They weren't
never mind.
fake. They were those.
You
real.
you think that was real?
That was
There were-
completely real.
it was a pack and everything. The pack was
I was
open.
looking at the picture real close with the light shining, and I don't know. Okay, continue.
Well, so the question is,
It's real.
with the assumption that they're real, should we be looking at spoilers, or should we wait for Wizards of the Coast and go according to the timeline of when they're going to?
Oh, you're saying? Do you not think you don't think that Wizards allows those things to get spoiled
no.
on purpose? Like those.
That was an
ban-
accident.
They
That was
banned
not-
a bunch of players for doing
Oh,
this last
yeah.
spoiler.
Like people
That
who
was a
were
factory worker that released that.
Oh, gotcha. Those are the
Yeah.
research people or the people that design and they do all these prototypes and they're supposed to be lip sealed until
Yeah,
they say
this
so.
person had an actual pack of cards that they cracked open and they revealed everything from it.
That's
everything to include
crazy.
the flip card, just
yeah.
like the last
werewolf.
Innistrad had.
Hey man, all your most of your if it's out there, it's out there, man.
Well, so I guess-
I feel no moral issue looking at those because I know
He's not
that
talking about morals, I don't think.
Well,
No,
okay,
I think
so
like to respect Wizards. I think is what he's saying.
yeah. Okay, so then I
They
guess
just need
the
to run a
question-
tighter ship, man. That's all.
The question that I pose then to the BAF Draft community as a whole
Uh-huh.
is: should we talk about spoilers that have yet to be spoiled, or should we patiently wait like the good boys? and
Well,
girls
I'll tell
that
you
we are?
this: we're in no place at all to even be worried about that yet. We're just now getting into Oath, and you were pointing out that the outro music was about to.
Yeah,
play.
it was about to restart playing no music.
No, it's not going to restart. It was just I muted it. So.
Oh, okay.
So that means we're running good time then. So
All right.
yeah, we're
Anyway.
anyway about an hour.
I understand that yes, there are no repercussions that could happen to us as a cast, but should we as people, should we as players of the game, respect the developers and the way that they want the cards to be revealed? Because spoiler season isn't just about watching a trailer; it's about the whole environment. It's about reading the articles,
Yeah, I
about
gotcha.
talking about it.
Thing is, it's already out there, so it doesn't matter. People are going to, whether you do or not. And you doing some silent protest by not looking isn't gonna. People are gonna look at it anyways. I don't have an issue with it. There wasn't enough there for me to really be like, ooh, and
But
speculate. I'm not gonna speculate and talk about it and dwell on it. I'll tell
My
you that.
question is not as personal, not as you. Are you going to go look at the website?
Yeah, you're saying as BAF Draft.
I'm saying as us as a community, as fostering what we are fostering, do we respect the limits, or wishes? or
We're
do we
not gonna talk
that
about it
awesome
on here. How
three-drop
about
instant
that?
speed spell that looks amazing.
We're not going to talk about it on here and
We
have
already
discussion. We're talking about the issue, but what I'm saying is, I mean, we're not going to sit here and analyze it and pull them all out. I mean, I just don't see the point.
I
of
personally
that.
like the werewolf that.
Oh my god!
Like I love flip cards.
Hey, the one I did like was the lumberjack guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
they-
talking about? I like that one
Yeah.
too. The artwork
Yeah,
on that was
it's
pretty cool.
So John Henry.
But we're not going to talk about that. We're not talking
We're not going to talk about it. Okay.
No, I mean, there wasn't anything there.
I mean,
to be honest with you, that
not
other than
blows
that
your
new
mind.
ability. What was that new ability?
There's a few of them.
Can't think of them. But I mean, there's nothing on there that got me like, oh, I got to see more. I wasn't that impressed, to be honest with you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. All right, let's say we're just gonna talk about these cards. Let's say we're gonna mention that there's cards with new madness cost, like a 3-drop instant speed spell that deals 3 points of damage to target creature or player with a madness cost of 1 red.
Madness. That was one of the.
Okay.
Right? Now let's say it's turn 4. Let's say it's
You know what
turn.
song I'm talking about?
Let's say it's turn 4 and I play Oath of Oath of Jace, draw 3 cards and discard, and one of those 2 cards is the madness card. Pay a red, boom, hit you for 3.
Man, I was still laughing at madness. I didn't hear a word you said.
That's what I was waiting on. This whole time I'm going to talk about that one card.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to it later. I'll get back to you. I just got ketchup packs thrown on me.
Oh my.
So, I didn't, be honest with you, I scanned over that thing real quick. Like, you guys are sitting there for 2 hours reading an article. You know how I speed read and speed watch movies and stuff? I kind of did that with the article.
You mean don't?
A friend from back home wrote the article. So.
Oh, by the way,
So-
Matt has earned.
The one that I posted?
Oh, really?
That was my friend from
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Matt has earned another notch in his nerd belt.
Ah,
He watched Kroll. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's I want to give a big what is his name? Jeez, how do I forget his name?
Oh my
The
god.
doppelganger guy.
Christopher?
Yeah, Christopher Eaton, right? Is it Eaton or Easton? Eaton?
The actor or the real person?
No, man, the guy we just saw in the defense.
I just know Chris. That's all I
Okay,
know
hey
about.
Chris, you know who you are, buddy.
He doesn't listen to this.
He was on our podcast once.
He has
but it was
taste.
the deleted podcast. That was
the cast that never was.
the cast that never was. I never had an itinerary, so it just went bad. And anyways, he is a dead ringer. For matter of fact, see that looks like the Kroll thing right there.
Yeah. The thing.
Yeah, the Saviors
Yeah,
of
except that
Kamigawa.
has 6.
The Saviors of Kamigawa symbol, I
Math
think,
is kinda
is the
hard, yeah.
one.
5. Yeah.
Is the Kroll thing too? I think.
Yeah, but let's talk about
Anywho,
about that little star thing for a second here.
Okay.
And what the heck was the point of it? Because the whole
Hey,
the
he
movie-
would know when he was need to use it. There would be a time when
Right, he would
need
know
to.
when he would need to use it, but it didn't do anything. The only thing it did was put the thing backwards.
No,
What he
man,
really
it was
needed-
love, man, that did it. It was
What
the
he
love
really
in it,
needed
man.
was the wedding
The
fire.
80s, bro. Just gotta get in the 80s.
Oh, the wedding fire?
Wedding fire was what ultimately blew up the whole fortress. So
Okay.
he could have done without the whole disc thing, and all he needed to do was just have some wedding fire.
Well, you don't need Indiana Jones for the movie to end the way that it ended.
Well, of course, because it should have ended one movie earlier.
So, anyways, the main character in that movie looks just like Chris. I think he looks dead ringer. Well, he already does have it. He shaved his beard, didn't he?
No.
He still has it.
Jeez,
Oh, okay.
Didn't you just see him like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah. I was just looking at his eyes and forehead to see how it
Ah,
matched
you
his
looking into his
nose.
eyes.
Well, I was, he's that doppelganger guy, man. So, I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
So you wanted to see if he had black eyes, and he was gonna try and slit people's throats.
Oh my gosh. Hey, what is that?
That's from Crawl, the doppelganger.
Oh,
from
the
Crawl.
Jeez Louise! You're talking
Where's
about
your mind at?
you're talking about the shapeshifter.
Are you a
Yes.
doppelganger?
Oh, for a second I thought you were going on to what's the name of that show?
no.
Supernatural. You were going Supernatural on me there.
No, we're talking about Crawl.
Oh, okay. And then that sound they made that sound they made when they the little worm came out of them, which I never got that, but
Everybody stop listening to this.
This podcast is falling apart very quickly.
so one last thing with Gary Wilkins. I only need 4 more cards for my set.
I have 2 of them, I believe.
Do you? Okay.
What
I'll
are
have
the
to
4
look-
cards that you need?
Hey, you say that. Let me go to my handy dandy checklist here.
Little notebook.
It's not little. This is like a mega huge spreadsheet. Here we go.
I love Microsoft.
This is let's see. I need a Kozilek, the Great
Yeah, don't have that
Distortion. I need a Thought Not Seer.
I have that.
I need a Lenvala, the Preserver. That's the one I thought you said you had.
I don't think that's what her name is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it says on here.
Like the one that I have.
Oh, okay.
The black white
I'm
one.
pretty sure
No.
Lenvala's name's Lenvala.
Lenvala is the white 5/5 that enters the battlefield. You gain 5 life if you have
Yeah,
less
that's
life
the
than the
angel.
opponent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oath
no,
of Jace, I have. Oh, some of these I might already have too because
Oh my
I went on Puka and got like 3 of them. Hang on,
Puka.
Puka. Chandra, I've got that on the way, so I might as well mark that off.
Chandra.
Not Chandra.
You mean Chandra?
Man, it's Chandra.
Chandra.
Well, she makes Skyon tokens. No.
Alright.
Nisa, I have on the way. Hang on, I think it's down to 4 or 5 cards. Let's see what else here.
Is it
I got this.
Nissa?
I got that.
But you wrote 4 of this little
Chitness.
cheat sheet
I
that
got
we have
that
here.
Chitlin cloak. I got that.
You wrote 4 of the little cheat sheet, and you're not even sure how many. Oh.
No, it's 4. It's 4. Okay, guys, we are tapping out for the podcast. So we got it. That's it.
Tapping out.
Yeah, we're tapping out. We'll see you next week.